Rome wasn't the only thing that wasn't built in a day. It's Tom! Hi friends, it's Tom. You've heard that Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And that's literally true. I mean, the Rome that you may visit today is very different than the Rome that existed over 2,000 years ago. It was a gradual step-by-step thing. I don't like to say that Rome was built in a day. I prefer to say Schwarzenegger wasn't built in a day, because he's more relevant to an actual human lifespan. Like Rome, Schwarzenegger's progress took time. It was step by step. And in case you've been living under a rock, by Schwarzenegger, I of course mean Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold, Arnie, the Austrian Oak, the Governator. And whether you like his sport or not, or agree with his politics or not, or maybe you like or dislike some other aspect about him, you have to admit that he's accomplished a lot. A lot. In just 73 years, Arnold has willed his way to becoming a champion bodybuilder, businessman, author, politician, promoter, and, well, actor again. Sure, Arnold's been a household name for more than 40 years, but that didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process. I mean, he didn't go from this to this overnight. He was born in Austria to very strict parents and found his calling in his teens. That's when he was inspired by two bodybuilders who became actors, Steve Reeves and Reg Park, both of whom played versions of Hercules on the silver screen. And that's also when he began hitting the gym. Now this is the point where someone might say, and the rest is history. But I'm not that someone. Even with Arnold's impressive genetics, he didn't just walk into the gym at 15 years old and suddenly begin winning the top bodybuilding and powerlifting titles. I mean, it took a lot of work and a lot of time. It also took some luck and a little bit of help. I mean, a few years after he started lifting, here's this muscled 20-year-old kid with a funny name and a funnier accent moving to the U.S. without a buck to his name. It took some time and a whole lot of work. I mean, a whole lot of work. And so did becoming one of the top box office draws as a catchphrase spouting action hero. While he was still winning contests, he started dabbling in acting, and they were not stellar roles. If you've ever seen Hercules in New York, you know what I mean. It's so bad that it's good. They even dubbed over his dialogue because of his accent. Well, bad movies led to bit parts on TV, which led to actually watchable movies, which led to summer blockbusters, which led to being the governor of California. Point is, the Austrian Oak didn't emerge from the womb fully formed, urging people to get to the chopper. Schwarzenegger put in an enormous amount of work for a very long period of time. He's been consistent. And that's kind of where I'm going here. It's relatively easy to put in superhuman effort for a minute. I've done it. I'm willing to bet you've done it too. But it takes superhuman effort and superhuman consistency over a long haul to achieve Schwarzenegger's success, and even more so to do it in multiple fields. It takes grit, especially when you lose. It takes grit to keep going. Speaking of which, it's a widely held misconception that Arnold Schwarzenegger was undefeated in his bodybuilding career. Again, that's a misconception. He did lose, albeit only 3 times. Once to the legendary Chet Yorton, once to the great Frank Zane, and once to Sergio the Myth Oliva. But his drive to be the best in the world at what he did kept him going. He was in it for the long haul, and nothing was going to stop him. And as a result, he won 7 Mr. Olympia titles. And that's what it takes to succeed. Whether you're aiming for the corner office, starting a business, getting in shape, trying to change the world, becoming a millionaire, or just to find a certain level of happiness. It takes consistent effort over a long enough period of time. And if you want it bad enough and are willing to put in the work over a long enough period of time, you just might get it. And that's because Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Look, if you enjoyed this video, were a little inspired, perhaps entertained, help others find this video and this channel by hitting the like button, subscribing, leaving a comment, and you know who I am. It's Tom, and I'll see you next time, because I'll be back.